I'm at the Western Heights Cemetery, corner of Neal Street and Fort Worth Avenue in Dallas. Yeah, there is a Fort Worth in Dallas, I guess. So, we're here to visit the grave of Clyde Barrow and his brother Buck. And they've got a historical landmark here. It's Western Heights Cemetery, located on part of the original William Coombs Cemetery. Burials in this cemetery date to the 1850s, originally known as Troth. It was formally dedicated in 1881 when land was set aside for a graveyard forever by C.E. Coombs and W.R. Fisher. Pioneers interned here include W.R. Fisher, Z.E. Coombs, John and Rosina Lupot. Mary Ellen Cole Tuggle. Also buried here are veterans of the Civil War and World Wars I and II, and Clyde and Buck Barrow. Trinity Oaks Church of Christ maintains the historic cemetery. So, if you want to see where they're located, they have a, like if you go from the street back there, the opening is back there. It says visitors opening. You just follow a straight trail like this. They've been putting some cedar down, looks like. Looks like they're starting to work on this. I've been here a number of times, but this cedar thing is relatively new. The fact that this, you see the way that this is its own thing anyway. It's from all the people walking on it to go see Clyde. So if you go back this way, this is where they are. Right there. You have in the corner, Clyde and Buck are buried right here. Oh, there's a lizard. Alright, you got Barrow, Clyde C., March 24th, 1909 to May 23rd, 1934. You got Marvin, which is Buck. That's his brother, March 14th, 1905 to July 29th, 1933. Gone but not forgotten. The reason why Bonnie is not buried here is because Bonnie's mother didn't want Bonnie to be buried next to Clyde. So she had Bonnie move to an alternate cemetery. Bonnie is buried next to her mom. Right here you have Henry Barrow and Kumi Barrow, which are Clyde and Buck's parents. You have one of Clyde's other brothers here. Elvin Barrow, 1894-1947. Now, I read you that sign that said that the church tends to the cemetery, which this is the overall cemetery, but actually Clyde's living step-nephew named Buddy is the one that tends to the family plot. How do I know this? Because I have met Buddy coming out here and I've had conversations with him. Nice guy. He told me for a while there he'd been cutting the grass out here and doing all kinds of stuff. The Barrow family gas station that you may or may not have heard about, where Clyde and his family spent their youth, that was right around the corner from this place, but it doesn't exist anymore because there was a thing during COVID between the city and a guy who bought the land under there. Everybody was trying to go back and forth with it. There were those that were trying to get it declared a historical landmark. The guy that owned the land just wanted to flatten it so he could build something else. As soon as COVID got lighter, there was a mandate that lifted, and the guy that owned the land hurried up and flattened it. Buddy took some, I don't have this confirmed, I just recognized the bricks when he did it. I think Buddy collected some of the bricks and built a makeshift walkway out here. They must have plowed that up because I don't see it here anymore. It was here the last time I visited. So, I've been out to the gas station when it was still standing. Basically, it was an old structure that had a bunch of homeless people sleeping outside of it, and not much else. Buddy told me that him and one of Bonnie's living relatives tried to get a hold of that place, but it's not in a great area of town, so they were talking about having to hire security and stuff like that, so they never could afford it. But it doesn't exist anymore. But this does. Anyway, thanks for coming to check it out with me. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Y'all have a great day. I'll see you on the next one.